lot, he'll keep you on your toes. It's the Eric Miranda Show. When he drank a lot, he would fight a lot. He might punch you in your nose. It's the Eric Miranda Show. There are people who would tell you he is crazy, but if you listen closely, he's unbelievable. He used to drink a lot, now he talks a lot. He'll keep you on your toes. It's the Eric Miranda, Eric Miranda, Eric Miranda Show.
Here, there I am. Woohoo! Where's Lanichi? I just added you. What's up, Lanichi?
What's going on?
How are you, man?
Good. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man. Is it let me see what's I'm gonna do this. You like that better?
I do.
Yeah. I and then actually I gotta change my camera because I'm looking away from you. See the shit you learn? Mirror my camera. Look at that. Now I'm looking right at you, brother. Woo! Did you freeze? Oh, you just didn't think I was funny. Cool. By the way, I was so I have this friend Wavy Wayne. He's a big influencer in the Pro Tools industry, and I ended up on a video at Javits Center.
Wait, Wavy Seals? Wavy Wayne?
Seals, yeah, Wavy Wayne. Yeah, right. Yeah, he's a bud of mine. And I'm looking at the footage, and I'm like, man, I look old. And I'm like, can I put and I felt like calling him, like, dude, can we put because I can make myself look younger and sexy. Ready? Watch this, man. But I think when I see people,
wow, check that out.
Ready?
That was amazing.
No, come on, man. Watch.
Right,
now I'm a little bit sexier. Now watch this.
Yeah, okay.
Now I look like an overweight yoga instructor who's hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, you're doing that touch-up thing, right?
Yeah. Fuck that. I mean,
it makes me look like I have some sort of skin disease here. Like, wait, it pixelates my face.
Well, yeah, I bet you say that.
Not that there's anything wrong with skin disease, right? I mean,
so, dude, speaking of diseases, right? Elliot Kelly may pop in. Francis Dunnery, he's mixing a record. Dude, you know who he had fucking play on his record?
Eric Miranda?
No, it wasn't Dave Weckl. Chad Wackerman. Francis Dunnery has Chad Wackerman's on his new record, and it's just like, I mean, look, Francis knows what he's doing, and that guy must have been right for the job. But Chad Wackerman, remember when we used to do that? We used to make up songs that Dave Weckl would play, like 25 or 6.
Pert and Peckle was
Peckle
created in the laboratory.
Right, exactly. Neil Peart and Dave Weckl became Peckle.
The greatest drummer of all time. And
from the creators. From the creators of the guy who played Barracuda by heart. It's like I remember I was in a movie theater. I forgot what I was. It was like something. It was like The Hills or something like that. It was
The Hills Have Eyes.
The Hills Have Eyes, something like that. It's like from the creators of The Ring. And then when it stopped for a second, I said, if you thought The Ring sucked, will you see this? And like the whole fucking theater cracked up. It was pretty good, man. My favorite movie theater thing ever was, I can't tell this actually.
Yeah,
I'll get canceled. Yeah. I was going to tell you a little story about, I'm going to say it anyway. My friend Joe, we're in a movie theater, and I think it was called Purple Sunrise, and it was about the bombing of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And they showed this guy, he's like, and the flames and the screams and the smell of flesh. And he said it was unbearable. And then my friend just stood up and said, you should have thought of that before you bombed Pearl Harbor, you fucking and I was and all of a sudden there was like a riot in the theater, man. It was like, whoa, take it fucking easy. Like people saying, yeah, and throwing popcorn at the screen, other people saying,
yeah, that makes sense.
So great. Okay. So dude, how you been, man? What's going on?
Good. Very
last
good.
Last we spoke to you, your car was first it was broken into and then it was stolen, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
Every month a new thing. I don't linger on it very long. It's gone. They found it.
Speaking of linger, last week we were talking about, or 2 weeks ago, it was last week, Sheila brought up the lyrics to the song You're So Vain, and she said she can never listen to the song because she says apricot and gavotte. Yeah, she says something like, it's like you, no, no.
She does.
Whoever
I might not be able to listen to it any longer now.
Yeah, no. So, and I thought that was, and the only
I understand Sheila here.
And what I said was, hey, Bob Dylan, who is arguably the greatest lyricist ever, in my opinion, anyway, he says, changing the weather. Others. He says, changing the weather is mighty extreme, but what's the sense of changing horses in midstream? Come on, that is like. So then I've been thinking about it all week, and then I was thinking, hypnotized by you, if I should linger, staring at the ring, dude. Linger, that's like something. That's not a word you stuff into a song. You hypnotized by you, if I should linger. It's like, no, nobody lingers, dude. Right? You're hanging around.
It's a stretch. Dude, it's like, what rhymes with? It's finger. One of those lyrics.
It's one of those. It's the rhyming dictionary, right?
Yeah.
And I think she must have pulled out the rhyming dictionary for gavotte.
Yeah, it's very cringy when that happens, I must say.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, so I'm thinking, no way. And like, by the way, I'm just really down on shitty lyrics lately.
I agree. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, there's one Steve Miller. He's like, baby, you said it was going to be real nice. Said there would be wedding rice.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad. And what's he going to do now that they have to use birdseed?
Worse. Just got worse.
Right? Can you imagine that? Baby, you said we were going to smoke some weed.
So what lyricist hasn't, for the most part, I guess they could have one or two out there, but has not written
a bad lyric?
A bad lyric.
Led Zeppelin. No offense to my big Zeppelin friend. Queen. I mean, Queen have some really bad lyrics. You know, and I think Freddie Mercury was clever in that he would say a lyric. He would always start, you know, you got to start the narrative. So he would say, Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, and you're in the picture. And then he says, Mama, ooh, woo, woo, Mama, life had just begun. I've gone. And then it just became platitudes and cliches, right? I think,
you know, if you get the beginning and the end, you can throw a lot of garbage.
You can throw a lot of garbage.
You can. It's best not to do that.
But do you really want to do that? Hey, we got comments. Hang on. Let me just take a look. Hey, Denise, what's happening? Oh, Lenichi's on. Your favorite. By the way, I've known this girl since like 3rd grade, and she likes you better as the co-host.
Wow. So it's not saying much.
Thank you. All right. So who has not? I think David. Well, my English friends might be watching. David Bowie. I hate when they say that. It's really? It's freaking Bowie. They call
what did he say? That's really what matters.
I don't think David Bowie ever did any particularly bad lyrics. And quite frankly, how about the Rolling Stones?
The Rolling Stones, you might be on to something there.
Yeah, pretty smart lyrics, even when they're just goofing off. You know what I mean?
True.
They finally got canceled for Brown Sugar. They
got canceled.
Well, they didn't get canceled, but they don't play. The radio stations won't play that song anymore. And it was funny because my mom used to walk around the kitchen saying brown sugar. And one day I said, Mom, do you have any idea what he says in that song? And she's like, no. And clearly I told her, and she completely.
She canceled it.
She canceled it. And then
Which is fine if you want to cancel it on your own.
Well, yeah, you can self-cancel.
Yeah.
So, all right. So
especially your mom.
Yeah, my mom.
She gets a lot of latitude.
My mom, she got a lot of latitude. She
What about Mama?
What? Mama told me that, what?
Does Mama?
What, my mom's gone.
Mama Salam.
Mama Salam.
No, I know your mom's gone.
Oh, you know about the story with Bill Spencer, right?
Well, the Mama Salam was my daughters and I were just talking about because they were eating salami the other day.
So I told you the story with Bill, right? Yeah. So I'm going to tell everybody the story. So Bill Spencer, a good friend of mine, when I met him, I was 15, and he introduced me to his mother as Salam. And one day he told me she was Italian. I said, your mom's Italian? He said, yeah. What'd you think she was? I said, I thought she was like from the Middle East. And he said, why? I said, because her name is Salam. He said, oh, no. Her real name is Geraldine. Elliot Kelly in the house.
Hey, how you guys? Oh, sorry for the lateness.
Dave, Elliot, Dave.
What's up, Elliot?
Yeah, what's up, Dave? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Dude, I got to tell you, man, I got in trouble. My niece was cracking up, but she told me that I may be in trouble. I almost got canceled. last week, Elliot was in the dark in the car because he's driving. And I said, Elliot, we can't see you. Smile. And I was serious. And my niece sends me a text message like, yo, bro, you can't say that to a man of color. And I was like, I wanted to see him. You know what I mean? It's
You're
like
not all angry.
What was that? Well, last
When
week.
I see you smile.
So we're talking about what were we just talking about? We just
Mama
completely
Salam.
Oh, Mama Salam. Right. So Elliot, I was telling, as a matter of fact, the guy who introduced me to Linda Smith, who ultimately is how I met you, his mom, he introduced me to her when I was 15 as Salam. Then he told me she was Italian. I said, I thought she was from the Middle East. He said, why? I said, because you told me her name is Salam. He said, oh, her real name's Geraldine. I said, where'd Salam come from? He says, oh, Mommy Salami. I was like, you can't keep that.
Oh my God.
We all called our mother Mommy Salami. You don't get to keep that, bro. What?
We kept it.
And that was the nickname?
Like
Salami?
Salam, like Mommy Salami. We all called, that must have been a Long Island thing. We call our mothers Mommy Salami.
Okay.
But they kept calling her Salam for the rest of her life. It's like, you don't get to do that. That's kind of like when they tried to sue Taylor Swift for saying the hater's going to hate. It's like, you don't get to keep that. No, nothing. All right, so
I never called anybody Mama Salam. Plus, it's got some negative connotations too. Like there's some.
Well, that you
Salami means a couple. It means a couple different things. Not all deli meat.
So, right. So you're saying he's basically saying mommy cock.
I just wouldn't use it on my mom. That's all.
I don't know if I would use that.
Yeah, well, listen. You guys are bringing a whole new perspective to this salami thing. All right, so this is the thing, man. I'm dead serious about this, dudes. And I don't mean to put any of you bastards on the spot, but I've been watching a show. So my daughter and I always watch these murder shows, and I guess I kind of Mommy Salami, Daddy Fatty. Yeah, right. Mike Puccio just said Mommy Salami, Daddy Fatty, 150%. Totally. Only I called my daddy Daddy Fatty, and he beat the shit out of me. And I called him Sir from thenceforward. So I kind of got burnt out on the murder shows. I literally watched every episode of every murder show imaginable. It's depressing. And I just kept doing it.
It's depressing and it can make you paranoid.
Everybody's a murderer now.
Right. And there are reasons for people to kill me. So anyway, so we started watching, and if any of my friends from 12-step programs are on here, sorry, but we started watching My 600-Pound Life. Have you guys ever watched that show? All right. First of all,
yeah.
I thought it wasn't as sad until you find out how many of these motherfuckers die. They get
at the end.
They get the gastric bypass, and you can kind of tell the first. Go ahead.
But we be in denial. Those are my peoples. You know what I'm saying? So we be in denial. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to, face the fact that we got to give us the chicken wings and the pizzas and the whole pies and stuff. So, it'd be hard. And sometimes, like most drug addicts, the food is an addiction. We're going to do this to the death.
Yeah, man.
So hard. Doesn't matter how much you know.
Well, this is the thing. In the AA Big Book, one of the things is self-knowledge availed us nothing. Our dilemma was a lack of needed power. And that's where you get on the spiritual path. So the first woman who did it was... she ended up working for the guy, Dr. Nowazowski, whatever his name is. Now they call him Dr. Now.
Got me paranoid. Now I'm looking like.
Yeah, right. So anyway, so first of all, there's this one dude. His name was Henry Foots, big man of color. He was the best, and unfortunately, the way he met his end was
he got shot.
He got in a bus accident. He had some kind of episode, crashed the bus, killed someone, and they said I got two people saying half measures of Elvis, nothing, half measures of it. Look at this. I literally have two people.
So quick to want to make fun of fat people.
So no, but
you need to stop fat shaming.
No, but half measures of Elvis, nothing. Mike Orza, Cora is saying hi to Mike. I got like the dating game going on here in the comments. That's why I need Sheila. Sheila abandoned me.
Where is she?
She's at a meeting, and this is what my friend Ed Sayago said, because he's a wise guy. Half measures of Elvis, everything. Your life reflects that, Sayago. Anyway, so getting back to this thing with the 600-pound life. First of all, this dude Foot, he had some kind of episode, killed somebody, and then a year later he died. And they don't know if it was depression, if he was injured, but whatever. This guy was the best. He was 700 pounds, and he got down to like 240, and he put on a jacket that was the same size jacket I used before I lost weight a couple of years ago. I was like, dude,
Wow.
boys, right? So it was amazing. But then he had that episode. But the first woman on the first 2 episodes, she ended up working for the doctor. She was amazing. But some of these people, you're like, this dude's going to die. And they do. This one woman, she's blaming the doctor. He's like, you haven't lost weight. It's been like months. You're not sticking to your diet plan. She's like, I am too. And then they show video of her. She's eating pizza and fried chicken. It's like, what are you doing?
That's not on the diet plan?
No.
But listen,
that
but
diet's
Planet,
no good.
but Planet Fitness promotes that. Planet Fitness say, hey, you can come work out and then eat a slice of pizza afterwards. So
That's right.
Yeah, no.
They have special machines there.
Listen,
they work better than the others.
These people are generally losing 40 pounds a month after the gastric. And I know people who have had gastric bypass surgery.
Is that even healthy? 40 pounds a month?
Well, if you're 700 pounds, yeah, you got like your body.
Yeah, that's so much. Yeah, you got so much body fat. That's nothing.
But the thing that I find peculiar, and listen, I'm telling you guys right now, Kelly John, my daughter and my wife will tell you, I cry when we're watching the show. Because the first woman, she did what I do. She stops eating. She works out too much, and then she ends up in the hospital. I just don't end up in the hospital because I'm not. But like I'm the same.
You can't stop eating.
I'm the same as them, though. Guys, I'm a mental case when it comes to food. I love food. If I had taste buds in my ass, I'd shove pizza in both ends at the same time. I swear to God. Like,
yum.
No, I'm just saying, man, I love food. And when I'm not eating food, I'm thinking about eating food. And when I'm eating food, I'm thinking about not eating food. I think about food all day long.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, I don't know too many people that don't. And now that I'm thinking about them, I'm thinking about my daughters, my wife, like everyone's got something in the food category. I mean, me, like I'll at midnight go kill a box of frosted mini wheats or some shit.
I would eat a whole loaf.
That's going to really spike your cholesterol.
Yeah, I'm feeling it too.
But guys, so this is the thing though, for real. Like, so food, whatever. Look, so this is actually, we all have a vice, right? Mine is coffee and food.
Okay.
That's 2.
That's 2. But remember, I'm a recovering alcoholic. So
I only have 1 vice.
What is that?
Go on.
It depends on who's watching. All right. So
just hang on.
Is your vice, Nikki Haley's going to get trounced? Oh, Lenici wasn't here last week, dude. So let me show Lenici. You want to see something great? So I got called by the.
I know what that vice is.
What was that?
I said I know what the vice is. It's the same as the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, exactly, dude. But we all have that vice. So anyway, I got called by the Secret Service last week, and they asked me if I wanted to be a stunt double for Nikki Haley. No, ready?
You got the gig.
I got the gig.
I'll never look at her the same.
I'll never.
Wow.
Can I get those 2 images?
I'll send those to you.
Yeah, I got morphing we could do with those.
But listen, you
Next
could put them.
show.
You could put them in a double, right? But the thing is, like, look at my nose and her nose, and look at my little skinny, bony ass chin, just like hers, right?
Yeah.
But you said you'll never look at her the same. I'll never look at me the same. I'm a neocon, bro. I was like, come on, let's go start a war. So I'm just saying, right? So, but
that's pretty wild.
But no, so now this is the thing, right? So now this dude, the one woman, she's on a lot of the episodes because she did it, man. She did it for real. She's like 15 years into this, 10 years into this, and she's lean, relatively speaking. She's like 150. She's a short woman, but like she was 600 pounds. But this dude, Henry Foots, he was the most hard because I always look up at the end. Where are they now? Like I'm that guy. Where are they now? They're dead. Some of them, right? They cut his stomach off, and it was on a table, and it looked like the Operation game or something where there was just like a belly coming out of it. It was nuts. couldn't.
How do you know this? They did show it in the show.
They show it in the show, dude. And
Dude,
my
how can you
question,
watch this show?
dude, it's crazy. Anybody wants to comment? I
Wow.
want to hear some comments on this, right? I know we have like little lover.
I'm running from this show.
You're
That's
too
my
skinny,
comment.
Eric. Eat food. No, I eat food. Come on, man. Come on, look at them
Oh,
guns.
dag! Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow, come on, man. You're gonna hurt somebody. Whoa.
No. I'm a lover, not a. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't believe.
I know better.
What is anything you start to do? No, I'm fierce, man. No, like right now I'm lean from playing sports. Like I'm eating, I'm not even gonna tell you what I eat, but I want to hear comments about the food. Has anybody watched this show? Wendy Salucci, what's up? You eat a huge meal.
Well,
2 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so
Waking up for it, no less.
Waking up,
that is dedication.
Right now, I don't do that now, but I'm not going to lie and say I haven't done it. Let me tell you one of the things I do, guys. I would wake up in the middle of the night, and when I say I would,
Don't tell us what you do in the middle of the night after you wake up.
In the middle of the night.
We don't need to know. Ellie and I can figure it out.
It involves peanut butter.
And
Oh,
your
boy.
dog.
But like I'm talking like Love and Lockets. Are you making fun of my Asian children again? That was my son's favorite band in the 80s. Love and Lockets. Rub and Lockets. Did I tell you that one time he got in the elevator and he pressed the button. He said, "Daddy, that's L for Robbie." And I didn't know if he said that because he was Korean or 3.
Yeah, you know what I did?
Am I not allowed to do that? I'm not.
You're the dad of an
I'm the
Asian
dad, right?
son.
No,
I think I'll check the rule book, but
check the rule book.
Last time I looked.
But I was telling Elliot last week that my son said, "Dad, my friend can say the N-word because he got a note from a black friend."
Ooh, no.
And Elliot was like,
"That's some misinformation, right there."
You talk about misinformation. No, that's core dating. But guys, I'm getting into a private conversation here. So I want to know who has watched the 600-Pound Life show, though. Is anybody on here watching it? Because it's mind-boggling.
Watching it. Let me tell you what I did. Because I watched some of the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And, I like to have a 10-second moment silent for my fallen brothers and sisters. But let me tell you, I tried to get on The Biggest Loser.
Really?
Yeah, I'm talking about, and the competition was fierce.
Really?
I mean, these guys, they was like 600-pounders there. I didn't get picked, man. They got cellulitis in the legs. Yeah, I'm talking about, I thought like there was going to be like, I was afraid like where the asphalt was, that it was going to just be a sunken hole. Because I didn't think it could take all this weight. Right. It was like the competition was fair. I mean, it was some big people there.
Yeah, no. You're not that big, dude. You run and you get around. I know you.
Yeah, but I was hoping to get on there. I was trying to win some money.
All right. So the two sisters, is that the one about the 1,000-pound sisters? Is that what? Yeah. Am I not supposed to be showing that? Yeah. So Cora. So
it's all right. This is the Eric Miranda show.
This is the Eric Miranda show.
Yeah. Let's see those guns again. Right.
It's the Eric Miranda.
They will not be silenced.
They will not. These guns will not be silenced.
No,
so yeah, Ed Sayag was talking about hoarders now, but let's get the one that Wendy just mentioned. It's about two sisters, but I think one of them is pretty lean now. Like one of the two sisters, like they're both coming down, but one of them's leaner. But so you tried to get on The Biggest Loser, but I some of these people, Elliot, I'm telling you, they can't. Like they literally, and I'm not kidding. And this is devotion. I love Sheila. But if I ever have to roll her over and wash her off, it ain't happening.
That sounds sexy for a second, though.
Well, that's because she's not incapable of washing herself.
Hey, no, when a roller, wash, that's gonna be a new thing.
No, dude. I'm talking about.
You ever roll somebody ever wash them off?
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking, bro. We all know that joke from the 70s. But no, I'm talking about like rolling her over, and because she can't wipe her backside. Like they have to scrub these people off. I mean, if you're into that, I guess that's okay. But
for better or for worse.
But no. Listen, I'm not saying that I would leave Sheila. I just wouldn't do that. I'd be like, you stuck.
You were like,
You're stuck.
You're
yeah,
stuck.
you go hire somebody, right?
You have to hire someone because you can't. There's no dignity in that, right? So no, you can't deviate from the marriage vows. To death do us part. No, listen. I didn't say I was going to
I
leave
told
her.
you.
But let me ask you a question, and I'm not joking. And I think my mother-in-law may be watching right now. Louise, forgive me. But like, if I like lost my arms and Sheila had to help me around the house, that's one thing. But if I said, "Hey, I need you to aim,"
You'd
for
still be
me,"
a better drummer than Rick Allen. Sorry, I thought that was a trick question.
I would just hit my MPC 2000 with my chin. So till fat to it. No, come on, guys. This is not about making fun of fat people. I'm telling you, I am just like these people. I just haven't gotten that out of control yet.
He
Because
said, yeah.
well, I mean,
It
but
could
I
happen
but I try to arrest
at any time.
I try to arrest the disease of overeating. Guys, look, think about this, right? What? Don't even say that. No. But Cora, I don't mean it like I'm a victim, like I'm going to die of obesity. What I'm saying is the crazy behavior around food. I am so familiar with it
Yeah.
that it's like this. I've been sober for 30 years, thank God, right? I have so many friends and 2 children who, if they ever saw me drunk, they would be like, this guy's an asshole. Like you guys would not be friends with me. Lenici and I never would have become friends. Elliot, you'd be like, yeah, I'll hang out with that guy if he's not drunk. I was crazy. Fist fights. I had a fight with my own brother and I bit my own brother. Now, to his credit,
Wow.
he punched. You ever see the way like Fred Flintstone goes through the wall and he's shaped like a cactus? That's what my head looked like. Because my brother's way tougher than me. But like, I'm talking about like on a few months before I got sober, my 2 brothers, I got in an argument with my dad. And instead of him handling it, which he could have, my 2 brothers heave-hoed me out into a snowstorm. Like literally for He's a Jolly. They didn't sing it because they weren't in a festive mood. but like,
It's too bad, really.
they heave-hoed me because I'm an idiot. So when people think of me, I mean, I can be a difficult person anyway, but when people think of me now, they'd never imagine that I was that guy that everybody walked away from in the bar if I drank too much. I'm saying, thank God that I have some semblance of 12-step in my life, that I don't have to do that with food because I'm nuts. Like, guys, I've eaten whole Sicilian pies in one sitting.
Wow.
Like, easily.
Your time.
I'm Italian. No,
You're
exactly.
obligated. You're obligated to do that.
But oh man, you like these guys are telling jokes that I'm not going to put up on here.
But
Ed Seago, addiction is a
Chance.
hoax like COVID. Yeah, come on. You know, this is coming from guy. How long you sober now, Ed? I just broke your anonymity because you're full of crap. Oh yeah, no. COVID's definitely a hoax. By the way, I have some support on this. Not everybody, but I'm just saying. Ed and I have heated political battles. Everybody got silent.
I thought you were going to read something. I was giving you some space.
All right. So all I'm saying about the show, about the overweight show, is I kind of understand them a little bit. I can't understand eating until I can't get out of bed. You know what I mean? And having to use a walker. But like this one woman that I watched today, it was heartbreaking. She had this little boy, cute little kid, handsome little devil. She couldn't go to his kindergarten graduation because she can't walk. And then, you know what I mean? That's like when you get to that point, man, like that's
So
sad.
I got a question. Why do you not just watch it, but like kind of almost submerge yourself in it? Yourself in it.
I've only been watching it for 2 days. I mean, immersion's quite a word.
You speak of it as
because I haven't an eating disorder. First of all, I'm going to admit something I've never admitted in public before. When I was first signed to Geffen Records with Kenny Siegel and those guys, I was sticking my finger down my throat because everybody said I had to be skinny. So how am I better than the overeater, or how am I different than the overeater if I'm just trying to, you know what I mean?
Which
You're on
finger
Geffen Records. That's how.
Which finger you were sticking down your throat? Okay.
No, actually, I'm left. I don't know. I'm ambidextrous.
Not the pinky though.
I'm ambidextrous. So anyway, I don't know. And this is something else I want to tell you guys. I can't believe I'm admitting this shit.
Yeah, I can.
But
I'm not,
well,
I'm
I
not
have
going to admit anything on this show.
But listen, by the way, I had a Sicilian sponsor years ago in AA, and he was doing so the fifth step is admit to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. He said, I'm Sicilian. We don't admit shit. That was his qualification.
Oh shit.
So Elliot, all right, Dave, so what do you let's get off addiction for a second. Not including something happening to people you love, or like your house catch fire, but like, do you guys have any unrealistic phobias?
Unrealistic?
Like a recurring nightmare that's not necessarily going to happen. Like arachnophobia, right? It's arachnophobia.
Not that's not going to happen.
Okay, I have
some that are unlikely to happen, but that are kind of nagging. When you have kids, there's always something in.
But that's what I mean. But not okay. But that stuff.
That's reasonable.
Worrying about our children. Elliot has 4. You have 2. I have 2. We all. That's like a healthy thing. You're protecting your child. I'm talking about like.
No, I can't think of anything anyway.
I have a recurring nightmare that I'm gonna fucking die at sea.
That would suck.
My friend Bill Houlihan, who was on here last week, he's a tugboat captain. He was pulling boats in during Hurricane Sandy. And yes, Ed. And he was out and he's invited me. He's like, hey, you want to do a run? And I keep chickening out. Like, it's good money. It would be fun. We're pirates. But I have a feeling. And then I realized, like, I fly overseas a lot. I'm like, maybe I'm going to die at sea because I'm going to go into the drink. It's constant.
I think everybody has that airplane fear. I think one time I had a dream that seemed so realistic, and it was like I was almost in a twilight zone where I was in the plane and it crashed, and it was the after effect. And it was just like, and it was almost like I experienced death, but I was still seeing everything around me. And when I woke up, that had me scared. And if you ever have any like incidents on a plane, like where things had happened, it could be pretty scary. Like I was on a plane one time with a twin engine, and one of the engines went out, and I saw the propeller literally stop mid-flight.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
I've dropped with some heavy turbulence before, but I've never had. But I got on a plane in Waterloo, Iowa once, and the guy said, "How much do you weigh?" I said, "If it's that close, I'm not going." Like I was like, but no. But the plane crash. I don't think about plane. I think about dying at sea all the time, and I don't go out to sea. I used to when I was a kid. My dad was a scuba diver, and we used to go like way out. Jones Inlet, like 80 miles out, 100 miles out.
Oh, wow.
And we got knocked up in a couple of crazy storms here and there. But like now it's like a thing. My family go on cruises. First of all, give me a fucking break. No offense. Sorry for the cussing. There's no way that I'm going to leave a city to get on a fucking boat that's the size of a city block and be stuck on it. Ooh. And last time I checked, the East Village didn't get hit by waves. Some rogue.
I love cruises.
I can't.
Or mass food poisoning.
Yeah, mass food poisoning, stuck with COVID.
SARS.
I love cruises.
By the way, did you guys ever see? There was a video.
I love COVID.
What did you say? I love COVID.
No, I said I love cruises.
Oh.
But not.
I hated COVID.
Not COVID. Okay.
No. So, Velcro. What did Lodana say? Okay, Velcro looks too much like spiders and an unshaven asshole. Thanks, Lodana Lowe. And then George Lujak put up some biblical stuff. And George, I can't, like, everybody on my Facebook page, I'll say something fun like, why would a man marry a woman like this? And then they put up biblical verses. I'm trying to have fun, guys. Like, I think of God and Jesus and all that, but I can't do it all the time, man. I wouldn't have any fun. I'll be quaking in my boots. So, but the cruises, you like the cruises. There was a Greek cruise liner It went down, and the fucking captain and the crew abandoned ship, and a maitre d' I'm serious, a maitre d' and a guitar player in the band. The thing was listing, right? It was like this, and they were walking people down with a rope, and then a helicopter was taking people off one at a time for hours. And then they finally, and they didn't have any obligation to these people. They organized this. And I swear, these two people got in this elevator at the last minute. And as it's pulling up, they showed that ship go down. You ain't out swimming that. It's like this thing dropped to the bottom of the ocean and just pulled a giant hole in the ocean. And I see stuff like that. My
Wait, they
fear.
went
Well,
down?
you know that scenario. You
No,
know
they
what
were
it
in
made
the
me think
bucket.
about?
What was that?
That scenario, it made me think about the Titanic. I imagine what those people went through, especially in frigid cold water.
Ooh, man.
Like, you know, just when it took no, you know, like could
Pitch
you
dark.
imagine like a pitch dark, black,
Dude,
cold.
listen, man. The only thing worse than the cold water is that Leo DiCaprio had to get it on with an age-appropriate woman.
Well, my thing is like this. They was talking about women and children first. I'd have said, fuck that. I'm getting on one of those boats, man. You ain't gonna leave me here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then at that time, you know, they had the different classes. So, you know, my mom probably would have been thinking like, yo, you know what? Let me see what I can come off and try to rob these rich people. You know what I'm saying? Go get their cabinets and shit. You know, let me rob them. I'd have been trying to sick jury. They'd have like, sir, the boat is sinking. And then I would have jumped on. I would have threw some kids and women over. I'm like, I'm getting on this boat for all of you. Fuck that. You ain't gonna tell me my life don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine if they had my life matter back then?
Dude.
Like, yo, what about my fucking life? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we always gotta sacrifice for fucking women and kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we gotta fucking sacrifice? You know what I'm saying? And like, what the fuck I gotta sacrifice? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's so special. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always congratulate. Nobody congratulate the man. Like, you know, we always say, you know what? The women. You know, like even like like, you know, when they announced that a woman got pregnant, right? They be like, oh my God, they be like, yo, you know, she's pregnant. And you know, I look at that like, you know, that didn't happen in a nice manner. That was a violent act. You know what I'm saying? That got her pregnant. It wasn't like two people was Eskimo kissing with their nose. You know what I'm saying? That was a violent fucking matter. Like for you to fucking sit up here when somebody gets impregnated it's like those murder shows you was watching. That's what that shit is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why we gotta sit up here like that shit pissed me off. So you know what? Yeah, I got that fear too. A dying at sea. Let me and then somebody sit here and tell me let the women and children go. What about me?
Oh my God!
And then
Dude.
she get to move on so she can have another violent scene with somebody else.
Oh, dude, listen, man. Oh, dude, you're getting all kinds of compliments here, man.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you.
No, I'm telling you, right? Hang on a second. I watched the show. How many people go missing? Yeah, by the way, yeah, people fall off the cruises.
What's that? It's like the old people getting eaten by alligators. Those two things are happening. Like
okay, now hang on. Let's talk about the alligator thing because every time I read about somebody getting eaten by an alligator, it's an 80-year-old woman walking her dog
alligator infested waters.
She deserved it.
That's called fishing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like putting bait out, like, geez, man, like. But no, but bro, I'm telling you right now, first of all, like what you're saying, better save the women and children first.
Well, you know what? I was on a cruise, right? And the food was so horrible. Now, you know, they tell you don't throw nothing over the deck. You know what I'm saying? For black people, you got to put a sign to say throw something over the deck. Then we won't do it. You know what I'm saying? But as the fact that they said don't throw nothing over the deck, that made me want to do it even more. So they had these nasty ass hot dogs, right? So I was throwing them I was throwing them in the water, watching them fall. And I was like, yo, what if that guy was out there, Wilson? You know what I'm saying? Like, remember Wilson floated away? So I started thinking, like, what if it was like a lonely person out there on the and because I was throwing these hot dogs in the water, they got one and they was able to eat it.
Oh my
You know,
God.
so yeah, you know, I mean, I'm sorry, I love Koosas. I think if you get eaten by the alligator, most likely you was in the environment and you deserved it.
Well, listen,
Sorry.
especially if you're fishing with a dog, right? Like literally, oh my God, dude, I don't even know where to begin on this last rant, bro. I'm dying, man.
Yo, if you was walking with your dog, right, and there was an alligator, would you try to say you saw that guy who jumped in the water and he pried the alligator mouth open and took the dog out? You remember that? You saw that in Florida?
Yeah,
remember it was a little dog and he jumped in the water. He still had the cigar in his mouth and he pried it open. He took the dog out. I'm like, yo, if that alligator would have grabbed my dog.
So wait. So
he just
let
would have had lunch.
He let the dogs out.
Yeah. Who let the dogs out? Who?
Listen, if my dog like just haps upon an alligator and gets eaten, it's her fault. I'm sorry. She's a poodle. She's smart. I have kids. If I didn't have kids, maybe I'd save my dog. I love this one. It's interesting. Dave and I know each other through a mutual friend, if you can call her that. But we kind of know each other also.
I would not call her that.
We know each other from the dog run in Tompkins Square Park. I inadvertently know Sheila because I met her through someone I knew.
Where you kicked Joe Lacosta's ass, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. That's where I kicked Joe Lacosta's ass. We'll share that story some point. But anyway, so everything in my life, I met Kelly Jones' mom. Like Marcus is the only thing in my life that isn't an outcrop of the dog run in terms of my family, my current family, right? But when I used to go to the dog run with my daughter in the little pouch, the little sling, like these women would be like, "Oh, yeah, my dog's my child." Really? How much money have you put away for your dog's college? like if I could leave my daughter in a cage for 8 hours and go to the bar, that would be amazing. But you can't do that. Fucking idiots. I love my dog. I have a mini poodle. I love her. She's amazing, but she's not my child. She's going to live for 15 years at best. She's not going to college. She's already lived like Cleopatra because she just lays around and gets fed.
She can't write a pop tune.
Right? So anyway,
she's neutered.
What good is she?
Sheila just said, "No, I have no."
I think Sheila wants you to get eaten by an alligator. I mean,
I think
don't see any other way to read that.
I think Sheila, did you hear what Elliot just went on about? Sheila said she's telling her that I said this stuff. That reminds me of the joke, right? When the guy sees the dog. Did we talk about this joke last week? It's like a joke that I told once 30 years ago, and I feel like I'm about to. Yeah, no, listen, Quentin. I love my dog. My dog is like a great little girl. She's amazing, but
it's not the same.
If my dog was smart enough to know that I died and couldn't raise my kids to save her, she'd be like, "You're stupid." Like dogs,
she'd be very disappointed.
She would die for us. So why would I die for her?
Yeah, she'd be like, "What are you doing, dude?"
She'd be like, "What the fuck?" Right? She's a cute dog, though. Sheila said she's telling Roxy I said this stuff. It's like the guy who he goes around the back of somebody's house looking for the homeowner, and the dog starts talking to him. He's like, "Bro, you talk?" And the dog's like, "Yeah." And the guy like runs up to the front of the house, knocks on the door, and the guy, "Yeah, can I help you?" He says, "Dude, that dog in the back can talk." He says, "Don't believe a word he said." Anyway.
You know what Sheila telling Roxy?
She's telling
she still is sitting in the bathroom while you up there taking a shit and smell your shit. Roxy don't give a fuck. They are loyal.
They're loyal.
Listen,
let me tell you something. Seriously, I will, no offense, wife, but I will be in the apartment and I'll say, "What?" Like I'll hear Sheila saying something like, "Hey, if you don't knock it off," and I think Marcus is talking back to her, and I'm like, "Who are you talking to?" She's like, "The dog." I'm like, "The dog doesn't speak English." Like she understands like come, walk, but
knock it off.
All right. George Lujak says, it's easy to keep an alligator's mouth shut. They don't have much power to open it. I don't care about them opening it. I care about them closing it, especially if I'm in it.
Yeah.
However, to remove your limb or a dog from an alligator once his jaws clamp down on is as difficult as they have. Yeah, listen. How many pounds is
Did he just Google all that shit?
No, George is a pretty smart dude.
Oh.
No, George is smart. But listen, I want to ask you guys a question. Has anybody seen that thing on Oprah Winfrey had a dude on, a bodybuilder? Speaking of them guns. No. And this dude got grabbed by an alligator. The alligator wraps him and tries to drown him, spinning him. And the dude squeezed the alligator as hard as he could for as long as he could. And the thing let him go. And the dude had cuts all up in his arms from the, what do you call those nubules? Not Chris Christie's nubule.
Oh.
Like the guy had cuts in his arms from squeezing the alligator because he was on the belly. And the thing let him go. It's crazy.
Sounds like Hercules. You know who? You don't remember that old movie that was back? I think it came out in the 80s. I don't know if it was called Alligator or Gator, where it was like an alligator that was in a sewer and it was eating people.
Wait,
you
what?
don't remember that movie? The alligator, like somebody flushed it down the toilet, and then it ended up being in a sewer, and then people would go down there and work in the sewer, and the alligator would eat people.
I do remember that movie.
Yeah, remember that movie?
Wait,
Yeah, I didn't see that movie, but I do remember.
Somebody flushed the alligator down the toilet. Does that make it a crocodile?
Yeah. Well, it was a baby. It was a baby.
So listen. Okay, hang on a second. That reminds me of Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. Was that what it was? So I didn't see that movie.
You had to.
You haven't lived.
By the way, did you guys see the cat that fucking chased away the coyotes?
Yeah.
You saw that video?
I did.
That's crazy. So this dog
was toast too, man.
That dog was toast. The two coyotes got it, and this cat comes out.
It's like a little stuffed animal. It was done.
Yeah, it was like a little like Shih Tzu or something.
Yeah, it was done.
So yeah, and this cat saved it. Pretty amazing. And then it's an outdoor cat. It's like you better let that cat indoors, mofo, because you didn't have a dog.
Well, that's why it saved the dog.
But by the way, we have coyotes. We have coyotes here in Riverdale, and you didn't know there were coyotes in New York City, did you? But every once in a while, you hear a terrible story about somebody's dog just getting dragged off. Oof. So we have crazy. I have like this crazy outfit from. It's on my Facebook somewhere where Roxy has spikes. She looks like she's going to CBGB's on a Sunday for matinee. So
they can't eat her.
So they can't eat. I mean, it's a Kevlar coat, so it's hard for them to bite through, and it's got metal spikes, and then it's got the things kind of like
spike.
Remember when the Cadillacs used to have those cat whiskers on the wheels so they didn't scrape the curb?
Oh yeah, cat whiskers. I do.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, still see them every once in a while.
Yeah, Elliot, you got to remember that.
No,
that was a hood thing, bro.
I never stole nothing like that.
So anyway, dogs are stupid. Yes, thanks to your government for animal. Okay, speaking of which, let's pull up this story. Hang on. Where is it? Check this out, dudes. You're going to love this story. I'm just going to read a little headline, but I just want to show you guys that I'm not making it up based on what we're okay, slides. What share screen? No, yeah, here we go. Look at this headline. Michigan firearm deer hunts numbers plummet, particularly in. So look at this second paragraph here. The hunt was worse. There's been decline. They're saying that the wolves are eating the deer, so the deer hunters are upset, right? So, right here. Wait, can you guys see it? Okay. So right here it says, frustrated UP hunters question whether a robust wolf population is depressing deer population. I have a great idea, you morons. Why don't you start hunting wolf? If there's too many wolves and not enough deer, kill the wolves. Does that make sense? Anybody in agreement? No,
we're not in government though.
I don't like hunting.
We think differently than they do.
You don't like? You're a vegetarian, right?
No, I ain't a vegetarian. I just don't like hunting. Like I'm like, let them be. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the what's the name, like how, like even with spading and neutering, how do you know? You know what I'm saying? Your bitch don't want to be a baby mama.
So, yeah, I get it. Well, but see, this is the thing. You eat meat, right? I thought you were vegetarian. Were you for a long
No,
time?
no, I was vegan for like 2 years, and then the animalistic kicked it back into me, and I started chewing them chickens and cows again.
So I was vegan for a year once, and I was vegetarian for 3 years. And my brother Adam was relentless. One time I was eating a salad. He said, "That's what food eats." So
I remember.
Somebody
that
told me rabbit food.
rabbit food, right? But I can't not eat meat, man. But I was gonna say though, because people who take the moral high ground, but then with the hunting, and then they eat, like farmed animals. Do you guys ever see? There's a chicken farm on the Lower East Side. They were like just coops in this building years ago. That's like literally, it's almost as bad as being on a cruise.
No, cruises are the best. I don't know what you're
Dude,
talking about.
You're gonna get washed out to sea. You're gonna be my worst nightmare. You're gonna get wiped out to sea.
Nah,
No,
I'm
he's
gonna
gonna
be
throw the
straight.
women and children over and save himself.
Yup, that's
He's got a
exactly what
plan.
I'm gonna do. I got a plan.
Yeah, he's got this planned out, and
And
that's how you
it's
live.
not going down like that. I'm gonna be the first one on the rescue boat.
Right, and they're gonna let you on because you threw the hot dogs off
Yeah,
the
he's
boat.
already gamed this out.
Now, my son and his friends now they talk about the Illuminati, and they say that the Astors were against the Federal Reserve and a central bank.
The
That's why-
Astros were against the Federal Reserve.
The Astors.
Why would they care?
They're
Cheaters.
from Canada.
They're from Texas.
Same thing. I knew.
I was wondering if we were going to get to the sports section of this.
No. We don't do sports. I don't know anything about
Clearly.
sports. I don't know anything about sports. Do you? Like, I like when my friends call me up and they're like, "Yo,
Wait,
dude."
hold on. You just said the Astros are in Canada, and you're telling me you don't know anything about
I thought you meant the Expos.
Okay. They haven't been around for a while, a couple decades, but you're right.
Astros.
They were when they were actually a franchise that existed, Canadian.
So look at man, fucking Quentin, man.
I
by the
agree
way,
with Quentin though. Here, he's right.
As humans, you think. Listen, man. No, look. No, it's almost like insurance, health insurance, right?
That's why I'm not in the old ladies near the pond. I might say, hey, I wouldn't get so close to that pond. You're going to get eaten. But that's
Right.
as much as I'm intervening. That nature is going to happen there.
No, listen. I'm in agreement. Look, I'm out of ideas, man. You guys just wiped me out. My dad used to talk about hunting, right? When you don't hunt deer, they starve to death. This is a fact, right? So somewhere in the human chain of events, or historically, people were killing deer back then, eating them. And when you stop, there's an overpopulation. Then you hit them with your fucking car. You guys ever hit a deer with a car?
Nah.
I'm telling you, one time I hit a freaking cat accidentally on Joaquina Road in Oceanside. And I just remember feathers being everywhere. And I'm like, I didn't know cats had
Wait.
feathers.
Feathers.
Like, I hit it and I just saw feathers. And I'm like, was that a chicken?
Came out of its stomach.
They eat
bird. Tweety
like
bird, remember?
Yeah.
Feathers coming out of his mouth. Same thing.
Now, Joe Welsh just said hunting puts sports meat on your table. Is that what he put? Hunting for sport puts meat on your table. I got to be honest with you. Deer, bro, you are no hunt. What? I don't get it. You are no hunter? I don't hunt anymore, but I used to. What did I say? Buck. You say buck and doe? What do you want me to get, like, technical? It's kind of like the other day somebody was talking about, like, marsupials. It's like, you mean fucking kangaroo, dude? The guy was like, you know, that a marsupial. A marsupial is the size of a lima. He said a marsupial is the size of a lima bean when it's born. I said, does that mean I could put a lima bean in my marsupial? Marsupial.
No.
Don't call me
When
kangaroo.
somebody says that, I'm done talking to him.
Yeah, no, you can't say marsupial.
Yeah, there's nothing good following that.
There was a hair stuck in the grill, etc., but the deer ran off. I'm watching the comments, guys. I'm so confused by everything. But I want to get back to the fat show because we're talking about hunting.
Oh, no.
So no. But listen, the reason I want to talk about this now, my question is look. First of all, let's talk about slavery, and I don't mean that in a political way. African slaves, the African slave trade went through the roof when they started refining sugar on the sugar islands, right?
Wasn't it after they ran out of marsupial trading?
That's when they ran out of marsupial training, right? So sugar is it's evil at its inception, right? The black African slave trade went through the roof with all the sugar islands. And if you were like, I think I read this in the book. Come on, who's the dude they did the Broadway show about? The founding father, dude. Hamilton. I think I was reading in that book. If you went to the doctor and you were wealthy, they would give you a cube of sugar for medicinal purposes, right? Like sugar was a rare thing a couple of 100 years ago. If we were just hunting and fishing and growing shit, it would be impossible for people to be overweight. These people aren't sitting there eating venison on this show. They're stuffing their face with pizza and like bread.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean these people?
These people, I'm
Yo,
one of them. See, you don't believe.
You're not one of them.
Dude,
you know what? You sound like the trans now. Well, so now you identify.
No, that's right. I'm trans fat. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm trans fat.
You identify.
I am lean, but I identify as overweight. I am trans fat. and that's it. That's my story.
Well, I identify as a bodybuilder.
You are a bodybuilder. Hang on a second.
I am.
So this one woman on the show, this woman who's a lot like me, made a cake in a bowl.
She looked like Nikki Haley?
She looked like Nikki Haley.
Okay.
I'll never look at me the same. So,
forgive me if I call you Nikki by mistake.
It's okay. It's okay. I have a niece, Nikki.
Okay.
So, but the thing that I'm getting at is when you see this woman making, like, she takes the eggs, she's got a bowl on her lap. And when I say lap, I mean lap of the gods. She's got this luxurious belly and she's got different sections where she can put things. I'm dead serious. And she's eating, she's making cake. Like she's breaking eggs into batter and mixing it up with her hands to hand to her husband, the enabler. This is crazy. This is crazy. But you wouldn't do that with venison or like duck or Hassenpfeffer.
Wait, what's Hassenpfeffer? Is that rabbit?
Yeah.
Sure. I thought that was an ale.
Did you ever eat bear?
Beastie Boys said it was an ale.
I never ate bear. Did you eat bear?
No. I heard it's like a lot of parasites in that, eating bear.
Where would you eat bear? Is that like you go to Bear Mountain for that? Is that what the Bear Mountain picnic was?
Yeah, probably so. But people, I know they hunt them and they eat them.
I've never eaten bear. I've never been tempted to eat. Now, how about moose? Have you guys ever eaten moose?
I never eaten deer before or Hassenpfeffer.
Really?
I'm all good. Actually, I've covered all the meat I need.
See, this is Chris Flugmacher. Bear is delicious. Is there bear? Chris,
bear is delicious? Oh, sure.
Chris, should we have Chris Flugmacher come on and defend that statement? Should we do it?
He doesn't have to defend it. I can't. I've never tasted it, so I can't even say it.
Moose
you might be right.
Moose is even better.
Could be. I ate squirrel once. That was pretty nasty.
Ooh.
You ate, you know what's weird?
I
know you ate raccoon.
And then
you ate raccoon? What about raccoon?
No, it probably tastes like a squirrel.
So I was on one of those hydrofoils in, I guess it was Louisiana, and they were talking about eating muskrat. And somebody said, you eat muskrat? He goes, yeah, it tastes just like squirrel. And the guy said, you eat squirrel?
I think people eat anything.
Yeah.
That's like that scene in you guys remember Raising Arizona when Nicolas Cage is in the top bunk and the big dude's on the bottom? He says, when there wasn't no foul, we ate crawdad. When there wasn't no crawdad, we ate sand. You ate what? We ate sand. You ate sand? We ate sand. These guys are like, oh, it tastes just like squirrel. You eat squirrel? Oh my goodness. You lived in Louisiana? Down in Louisiana.
No, I couldn't. You know what? I couldn't try it. I couldn't eat no. I couldn't eat no no gators, and that's they had on a menu. They had a lot of gator
You couldn't
gator
eat
food.
gator?
And so no, I couldn't eat it. They had gator nuggets, and that's just something I couldn't eat. And then when we was on a bus, and I was talking to people like how y'all can eat gators, and they was like, well, we got a lot of that, and they was like, you in New York, you got nothing but rats, and I was like, yeah, but we don't eat them.
I don't eat rat.
Not that we know of.
Rat
Yeah, not that we
tattooing.
know of.
So Quentin just asked if I know about these eccentric people. Yeah, people eat monkey brain and they kill the monkey live and eat. It's like, that's disgusting. There's no need, don't be cruel. Yeah, I don't, guys. I don't eat tripe. You guys ever eat tripe? Tripe is stomach lining. What the? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to eat something that holds what I eat. Like, people eat tongue. It's like, who's fucking tasting
Right.
who? Like, for real? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're eating tongue. It's like, what are you making out with this thing? Right? Chicken feet.
They say it's delicious too.
What? But does the tongue say you're delicious too?
We don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, listen, man. I just got the swamp people. They love these gay. I don't know, man. Pig skin. Yeah, pig skin's different. Pig skin's pork. I mean, that's just like a ham sandwich to me.
Good.
Organ meats are the best for you. Okay, so
that's
listen.
the truth right there.
What, that organ meats are the best for you?
They are. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I don't eat. What kind of organs do you eat?
Kidney. I mean, I actually eat a lot of organ meat, but they are super, super good for you. Nutrients and a lot of the dudes. I'll listen to a lot of these dudes, Ben Greenfield and these guys, and they swear by that shit.
I can't do it, man. Liver. I don't eat. Why would I eat something?
Liver's good.
But
I agree. Like, it sounds gross. Why would you eat something that takes the toxins out of your body? It's so good though.
What I do eat.
You never got gizzards?
I think it's disgusting.
Kentucky Fried Chicken back in the day. Fried gizzards. You never got that?
I never got fried gizzards.
Nah,
No, it's good. Elliot, no fried gizzards. Dude.
Nah.
Elliot, where'd you go?
I'm right here. I hated liver. That was something that my grandmother used to make when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stand it. Like, that was one of the things I thought was so disgusting.
Never eaten liver.
Yeah, it's good.
Never eaten veal.
Ooh, veal's good.
There's no way that I'm going to let you put a little baby cow in a bag so it doesn't develop muscle.
Sweet.
No way, man. Just give me it, man. I'll just, I'll hack a sandwich off that thing, but I'm not eating veal. No way, man.
All right. Don't do it.
So anyway,
I don't want to find out that you did it.
So now Dan Volkamer, livers, lots of things are superfoods. Fucking chia seeds are superfoods, right?
Chia pets.
Well, it's the same thing, right? It's like, so wait, if I eat chia seed, will my hair grow?
The pets have more nutrients.
The pets, you mean the ceramic? Yeah. Do you guys remember the Fuzzy Pumper Barbershop? Sounds
like a National Lampoon thing. You ever read that?
No, it was a little play.
70s.
It was a
right in there.
Listen, man, I got more Long Island Italians yelling at me right now.
This is the side of friendship, and please tell me, guys, you never ate a turtle. Please tell me you never ate a turtle.
No, but I'm going to tell you a story about a turtle.
Not gonna do it.
My daughter's mother was in China. She's Chinese. Actually, not. Anyway, so she's Chinese, and she met this little cousin of hers. He was about 7. She was in her 30s, and he's playing with a turtle. And all the people from America were there. So the Chinese family's like planning this huge banquet. And this kid's got this new pet turtle for a couple of days. And then he gets to the dinner table, and that turtle's upside down with vegetables in him and all kinds of stuff. And he said, "That's my soup." Anyway, they literally ate his pet.
Wow.
Chicken. You're with Wendy, liver and onions?
Yeah, I'm with Wendy.
I can't do it. I've just never done it. So what if I'll eat any kind of. I'll eat any kind of seafood. Like, I don't mind. You see, it's weird because I won't eat liver because it's the filter. But then
you'll eat some shrimp.
Yeah.
Gross poop-filled shrimp.
Yeah, haggis is pretty. As a matter of fact, haggis grosses me out. Never ate
haggis.
Haggis is, I think, stomach or it's intestine. What is it again?
All
I know haggis. Is what is it again? Should I look it up or is Lou Jack going to tell me? I was in. So my daughter and I. Oh, my daughter and I are doing a food show. Everyone, just so you know, that's because I have an eating disorder and I have to do a food show. But I'm going to tell you, we did deep fried Mars bars in Scotland. We did fish and chips in London.
Deep
We
fried
reviewed
Mars.
them, but we're starting off with the New York bagel one. But we were looking in Scotland for what's most popular. It was haggis, and then I read whatever it is. No way, man. What is haggis, Lou Jack? Haggis is
Nobody goes to Scotland for the cuisine.
play the
Right?
food fight. All right, I'm gonna play the food
I
fight.
can't even
promo.
name Scottish food other than haggis.
Deep fried Mars bars. That's a real thing.
That's Scottish food.
Well, that's I
A
mean,
Mars bar.
I looked it up.
Fried it
Okay,
all.
ready? Here, okay, guys, I'm gonna
Got it.
play you. I'm gonna play you a little clip from the upcoming.
What an illustrious history they have.
I'm gonna.
We got the
Dude.
Mars bar fried.
Dude,
Mars
they're free to eat whatever they want. Freedom. Anyway, so I'm gonna play the. By the way, I hate the sound quality of this app we use to do the show, but this is the first little piece of my upcoming food show. Everybody ready? Here we go.
Hi, welcome to Miranda Food Fight. My dad and I recently took a walk through Manhattan to find the best everything bagel with cream cheese and lox in the city.
We're outside Essa Bagel in New York City on 38th Street to find the best bagel in New York City.
The tough thing about reviewing the top bagel spots in New York is the quality is usually amazing, which leads to tough calls, broken hearts, and the thrill of victory for the ultimate winner of the New York Bagel Food Fight.
I'd like the signature favorite on an everything bagel.
It's so good, like, it's really crispy on the outside and just doughy on the inside, which is really nice. For Essa Bagel, I give the bagel a 9.2, the toppings a 9.1 for a total of 9.15.
I'm giving the bagel a 9.6, the toppings a 9.1 for a total of 9.35. Yo, what do you think?
bagel right now.
That's
You want a
cool.
bagel right now?
Yeah,
That's-
tuna
that's-
salad on everything bagel.
What was that?
Tuna salad on everything bagel.
Oh, that
So
sounds
that's
good.
Crispy outside, doughy in the middle.
Yeah, well, it's really so anyway, so that is the that's the Miranda Food Fight that's coming out. So that we actually reviewed 4 places. And what's interesting, we reviewed we did Essa Bagel, Tompkins Square Bagel,
I know Tompkins Square bagel. That's where I get the
H&H
tuna salad on the everything.
H&H Bagel, and Tal Bagel. Tal Bagel was the one that I was least familiar with, and it actually blew everything away. It was incredible. The thing with Tompkins Square Bagel, Kelly John grew up in the East Village. I was there for years. And we were kind of excited because we've always loved it. And they kind of were okay that day. And I was like, were we just expecting too much because of nostalgia? Kind of like when people think Taylor Swift is like when people think Taylor Swift's better than Led Zeppelin, they're not being realistic. They're just living in their own childhood. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's talk about.
Do
And
you think Taylor Swift better than Led Zeppelin or Led Zeppelin better than Taylor Swift?
I think Taylor Swift is just as good.
Right. Yeah, but you said it. We've had this conversation, so I know what you meant.
Right.
I thought you said it the other way. But I
No,
get
no,
you.
no. Like, look, Led Zeppelin are one of my favorite bands, but it's just like egg salad, lettuce, tomato. Everything bagel for me is tuna, but we did the lox because apparently, according to all the reviews, it's the New York bagel is bagel lox, cream cheese with capers, onions, lettuce, and tomato. But no. Listen, nobody covers Led Zeppelin songs except "Stairway to Heaven" or like 1 or 2 others because they're not really songs. They're moments in the studio where these amazing musicians are doing things. But like, and their lyrics are stupid. I'm sorry, I know.
Yeah, I'm with you on all of it. You
fucking
played with
like-
Robert
like-
Plant. You're allowed to say these things.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's like that. Elliot, do you know who Led Zeppelin are?
No.
They're like the LL Cool J of rock and roll.
Okay. Okay. I was like, I'm learning something every day.
Yeah, by the way, we were playing Twisted Sister on the show a couple of weeks ago, Linici, and after we were done talking about all this stuff, Elliot just says, "Let me ask you guys something. How do you dance to that?" Great. Anyway, so
Wait,
now-
Eric.
I'll tell you
Eric,
how
remember,
by not
there was
listening
this-
to it.
by
There
now,
was this guy. Exactly. There
Right.
was this guy. Remember the guy you told me? You said he was like, was he from Chicago? And the
Who?
one you said he
Juice WRLD.
overdosed.
Juice World.
Juice World. Yeah,
Oh,
and so
yeah.
they was talking. Somebody was talking about him last night, and he was like a musician, right? He's black?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Juice
he's
WRLD's
bad,
black.
dude.
Yeah. So he was like someone was talking about him, and they said he was a good kid, raised single family, and what happened? He started listening to Future music,
Yeah.
and he started experimenting with drugs and stuff, and that's when he had an overdose. And the thing about they said what Future was is that Future talks about all these drugs and stuff, but you know what?
He doesn't
He
do them.
doesn't use it. He doesn't do it.
Yeah, but he Juice WRLD was pretty deep because he got into it a lot. He was a love addict, man. He was like always had broken hearts and stuff. Everything was either about getting his heart broken and doing drugs to get over it. Like he's a deep dude, man. Like for real. You gotta check out some of his lyrics and you gotta watch that whole
I know.
documentary.
You know what? I gotta watch that now.
Because this dude, man, he was talking about like, somebody just asked him on an interview, they were like, why are kids in the ghetto so violent? He said, because they don't have permission to cry. Bingo. That's it right there. I cry at the 600-pound life show. My daughter's like, it's okay, Daddy. She burps me. She's like,
Wait, but you're so violent. Or well, you were at one time.
I was violent because I was drunk, bro. And then
Not when you kicked Joe Lacosta's ass.
well, that's because I was hungover. No, I'm just kidding.
You were sober.
Yeah, Joe Lacosta, drunk and stuffing bagels and lox and cream cheese in my exactly. So the there's a bunch of my townies are on the show, and they'll all tell you I was a violent kid even before I started drinking. But the thing is, the Joe Lacosta thing was funny. So I'm gonna should I give them the story a quick rundown? So we were in Tompkins Square Park, and this, you know what? That's too low energy. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, save
Anyway,
it for later.
yeah,
For the right time. It's a good story, though.
Yeah, it's a good story, but it was but anyway, all right. Well, listen, man, we're on for an hour and 11 minutes now. I can let you guys go if you want.
Yeah, I gotta
Um,
go.
you got to go.
Yeah, I got people banging at my door here.
That's right. I like your lighting setup. Are
You
you
did
wearing?
it just for the show. I want to put a little work in for you. I'm not going to come in there all stains on my shirt, bad lighting.
White hat?
Yes. But thanks. I'm sorry.
Yo, man. Oh shit! No, you look good tonight,
I
Elliot.
do have a great
Yeah,
stain.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where you at?
Where am I at?
Yeah.
I'm in Oakland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just happy nobody robbed me during the podcast, man. I mean,
Wow.
How do you
my
know?
lights are still here. My car's not, but my lights are.
Elliot, a few weeks ago, he had to not come on the show because somebody broke into his car. I called him 2 weeks later. I'm like, hey, dude, you coming on tonight? He said, no, this time they just stole the whole car. They figured they didn't want to carry the shit. They would just drive away with it.
Wow.
And did you watch it from your window?
Yeah, 3 a.m. The night before, they tried to break into my other car. One of my kids are in a lot. And I went and I picked, and my wife yelled at him, get the fuck out of here. And this dude took off. The next day, I picked my daughters up at school. And I'm like, hey, guys, you know what happened? Someone tried to break in our car, but it was so disgusting with all your crap in it that they ran back to the thieves' den and said, don't break in that car. We're laughing. 3 a.m. that night, motherfuckers come back and steal my other car.
The moral,
Same
of the,
a day
moral of
later.
the story is don't clean your car.
No.
Yeah,
So-
Stole the clean car.
They stole the clean car.
They did.
Wow, man. Anyway, listen, you guys are the best. Love you all.
Elliot, good hanging with you, man.
It's
Hope to
nice
see you
meeting you.
again.
You too,
And I
man.
want to
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
all
some
my
good
peeps
laughs.
for staying on. We had a good, I'm watching the numbers. We had a lot of people who stayed on for the whole show. And you guys rock, man. And Lanichi, hopefully we'll see you next
Yeah.
week.
I hope so.
Elliot's usually here. Elliot's the best.
All right.
And I got to get a clip of that Elliot rant about the fucking cruise, dude. You
That
made
was
my
great.
day with that shit.
That was great.
That was some home run shit right there. Love everybody. Hey,
All right,
all
boss.
of my friends, take care, and we'll see you next time.
All right, next time.
All right.
Later, guys.
Later.
yo.
Now, this is where I stay on. I don't tell them I'm still on. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Do you know Carol Burnett used to pull her ear to signal to her grandmother or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, peace and love to all you. Oh, you know what, guys? Sorry, man. See you, Quentin. It's good hanging with you. You guys are the best. And until then,